Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today we are taking a look in the Eastern Conference at the Carolina Hurricanes and potentially what they could be doing ahead of this year's trade deadline. There's a couple of interesting names on the board that have been linked to the Carolina Hurricanes, and maybe that search has narrowed down a little bit here a week before the deadline. But the Carolina Hurricanes have some assets available, and I think that this could lead to a pretty interesting deadline for the Carolina Hurricanes. Starting off with looking at their trade block, they have a couple of draft picks available. They have their first round pick this year and next year, and they have 3 second round picks in this year and next year's draft combined. So they've got a little bit of draft capital to work with. Not to mention they also have a couple of prospects, and one in particular that has been linked to trades. Noel Gunler and Ryan Suzuki are a couple of guys to watch for on the radar, as well as Jack Drury. It sounds like his name has been on the trade block for a while in Carolina, and if there is a deal here ahead of the deadline, expect Jack Drury to be a part of that deal. A couple of the targets for the Carolina Hurricanes going into this deadline. So I broke this up into 2 different categories. Guys that have actually been linked to the Carolina Hurricanes via a trade, as well as guys that I think that maybe they should explore the opportunity if it becomes available, and at least asking those GMs if those players are available and for the right price. So really what we're looking at here for the Hurricanes is a very much a look at adding center depth. That's what their deadline MO seems to be. And if you look at some of the guys they've been linked to, it's a pretty good list of middle to secondary tier centers around the league. And that list includes JT Miller, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, Kevin Hayes, and most recently from Arizona, Nick Schmaltz. The Carolina Hurricanes have made it clear that they're looking to add center depth, and I think ahead of a playoff run, hopefully to win the Metropolitan Division, the Hurricanes are on the rise and looking to make that big splash, and there's a lot of different names thrown out there. Now, the interesting thing with a lot of these guys is they all have term on their contracts. So if they are to go for any of these guys, it's not a one-and-done rental kind of thing. It's going to be a move where they're bringing in a guy for longer than just this spring, which I think is a good move. You know, Jordan Staal is getting a little bit older. How much longer is he going to be a center? Jesperi Kotkaniemi has shown some promise down the middle, but you want some depth there as well. You know, I could see the Carolina Hurricanes maybe even picking up as many as 2 centers, maybe to varying levels, but potentially 2 centers at this deadline. They need depth down the middle, and especially when you look at teams like the Rangers that they could be playing, the Devils, and even teams that are out of the playoffs looking to get in the wild card spots, potentially in the first round. You know, a team like the New York Islanders, if they somehow sneak in here and play the Hurricanes, they probably have better depth down the middle when healthy than the Hurricanes. And that's going to be kind of an interesting thing to watch for in Carolina. Now, a couple of guys that I think they should at the very least look into are Logan Couture and Christian Dvorak. I think Logan Couture could be very expensive, and that might be why he doesn't end up getting traded at the very least at the deadline. But Christian Dvorak in Montreal, I think there's more to what he can provide. Now, his contract is very, very big, and I would expect Montreal to probably have to retain some salary on that, which also means it's going to cost more for Carolina to get that deal done. So it sounds like the guys they're going for are they want guys with term, but aren't killer contracts. Now, the one caveat to that, you know, Hayes, Pageau, and Dvorak are fairly decent contracts. The JT Miller one is the one that surprised me, but I'm not sure how far along they actually got with that. And, you know, another guy that I think they will end up going with, and this is my pick for who I think the Hurricanes should actually go for, and let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Philadelphia Flyers center Travis Konecny. Now, I think a lot of Flyers fans would be upset seeing Konecny get traded. He's had kind of a rough season, but nonetheless, he is still a very, very underrated and very good center. And I think that the Carolina Hurricanes, Travis Konecny would be a great fit down there in Raleighwood. I think that what you're looking at with Konecny is a great two-way center, he could kill penalties. He's your next penalty-killing guy when Jordan Staal leaves, and he can score goals every once in a while here and there. He definitely fits the bill of that Miller, Pageau, Hayes, Schmaltz type of center. He's a good two-way guy, which fits with Brendamore, and he can also put up some points. And I think that's going to do really well with a team like the Carolina Hurricanes. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of the Carolina Hurricanes potentially going after Travis Konecny or any of the other guys on this list that I have linked to the Carolina Hurricanes? Or is there anybody that they should be also checking out around the league? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time.